The hype around this card is insane. It's overhyped. Do not pre-order it at the prices you're seeing. I'm seeing $80. It is
Unless
not.
we rip them and you want them from
It is not, under any circumstances, an $80 card. Hey everybody, Josh here, also known as Sorcerer's Hat, and once again I'm joined by my good friend Kevin, and we're gonna talk about all of the new cards in Fabled. So we're not gonna talk about any reprints. We're literally just gonna talk about all of the 33 new cards, and we're also not gonna talk about the like 3 or 4 cards they spoiled for Whispers in the Well. We're not talking about those. So none of the Zootopia 2 stuff. We're just talking about new Fabled things. We're gonna put them on the same rating chart or scale that I did in the last, I think when I rated the Jafar legendaries, which is although we're cutting out the good post-rotation grade because we'll be in rotation, so it won't actually matter. So we're gonna have meta, like if we think the card is really, really good and you're gonna see it everywhere. We have playable, which means like you won't see it everywhere, but it's pretty good. Like you see it in some decks, right? Niche, which means like you're gonna see it in the most random, wild situations, probably. And then unplayable, meaning it's probably just really bad and you're not gonna see it at all. So if you are ready, we can get started, and I can go through the first card unless you have something to bring up really quick.
No, I'm ready. I'm ready to get in. Let's dive in.
We're starting with all the amber cards. And you know what? Actually, really quick, looking at this, I was trying to figure out which ink got the most stuff, and I think it's Ruby. They got 8 cards. 8 cards.
Sapphire.
Poor Sapphire gets 3. So disappointing. And like none of them are like too great. I mean, we'll see. We'll get there. We're going to start with Amber. The first card is the Queen, Conceited Ruler. She's an inkable 3-cost Amber character card with 2 strength, 4 willpower. She quests for 1. She has support, which in this format actually is really good, whereas last format it wasn't as good. And she has 1 ability, Royal Summons. At the start of your turn, you may choose and discard a princess or queen character card to return a character card from your discard to your hand. And this card actually has both an epic version, and then it also has a promo, which I'm pretty sure is the pre-release promo.
Nice.
Yeah, I think she's the pre-release promo because I think Alice, which we'll talk about later, is the buy a box. I think this card's like pretty niche. I can't see it going into any version of like an Amber deck right now except for like a Princess deck, and it's really TBD on whether or not the Amber Sapphire Princess deck is any good. I haven't tried it. I've seen a few lists, but like the lists I've looked at, as I become more of a what do we call it? A two column. What is it? I forget.
2-liner.
Yeah, I've become a 2-liner boy recently. I try so hard to keep 2 lines just because I feel like it makes the decks way more consistent. And all the lists I've seen are like 2.5 to 3 lines because they just have all these different cards in here, and I'm just like, man, this is just a wildly inconsistent. Like, maybe it's good, I don't know. But like the one thing that is kind of neat about it is that you can discard a princess or queen, and you can get any character card back from your discard. But like, if you play this on turn 3, like, what do you really have in your discard already? And like, what are you doing? And it's a little slow. It only activates on the start of your turn, so you play this on 3 and you can't actually get a card back until turn 4. So I don't know. I'm kind of like very lukewarm on this card. I'm curious how you feel.
Well,
so we don't have Chernobog anymore, but
we do not.
I think Wreck-It Ralph brings back princesses. Yeah, from Shimmering Skies,
Yes.
Wreck-It Ralph, Admiral Underpants. So he can
Is
bring
he
a
only
princess and
princesses?
gain.
Prince.
Yes, so not queen,
Discard.
Yeah.
princess or queen. So, yeah, Wreck-It Ralph. I've got the cool friend. When you play the character, you return a character card from your discard to your hand. If that card is a physical character, gain 2 lore. He has a big body, but yeah, I think
He is
because he's
expensive
so
and uninkable, too.
expensive. Yeah, we have Lantern now, and we have Pluto still. So that'll help, but like the pseudo ramp.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I can see like a combo, and yeah, I agree. Something niche. And one of our friends, Brandon, made the glass slipper work, but we lost Cinderella Stouthearted, and
Yeah, I don't know how the glass slipper requires a prince also. So it also kind of breaks the um it breaks the like the tribal aspect of playing princesses, right? Like if you
Yeah.
want to play that, you're kind of probably going all in and you're probably only playing a few princes, which actually the next card we're going to talk about is a prince that goes in this
Yeah.
deck. But yeah, I'm going to put this on niche. I would say it's almost unplayable, but it does have support. So that
support, yeah.
and the stats are not like horrible, they're okay. I just don't see a world where like your random amber deck is putting this in there. I think you're only going to ever even consider this in like a very specific, very niche deck.
And the two that come to mind would be like a royalty princess queen kind of combo. Another combo could be Mill, but we lost Whole New World. We got Beyond the Horizon, but there are like the Chippendale and other discard cards within Amber.
Yeah.
That might help the Mill players. Maybe they can crack it, but yeah, until they crack, I think it's also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. There could be some world in which like Amber gets really, really good at recurring cards from the discard pile. And like maybe this is part of it being good, but I don't know. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna say niche and leave it at that. All right. You want to take the next one?
Next one we have is Beast Gracious Prince. He's an Amber 5-cost inkable. Next one, he is a 5/4 with 1 quest, 1 lore. Next one lore. You have the full dance card. Your princess characters get +1 strength and +1 willpower. Next one. Also read the flavor text or nah?
His heart warmed as the music began and the dancers took their place. Beast is getting around. He has a full dance card. He also gets an enchanted, which also looks really, really good.
Yeah.
+8.
I again think that this card is kind of niche. And I don't know that getting 1 strength and 1 willpower can be really nice, especially when you push yourself like over like a break point, right? Which I was talking to another local of ours recently, and we were talking about how force strength right now doesn't feel like that great. Whereas what you really want to be hitting is 3 and 5 are like the really big break points. So like if you have something with 5 health and you can push it to 6, suddenly that becomes really difficult to deal with. Like I've noticed in some of my testing, like stuff like Hades that has 6 health is just like really annoying to get rid of. So in a princess deck, I don't really know what princesses you're buffing to like get to those breakpoints really with this, but it is beefy. It has 5 strength, which is one of those breakpoints, so like that's pretty good. But I don't know. I do sort of like feel the same way about this as I feel about the Queen. I feel like it's kind of niche. Like obviously it could buff Tiana, which is going to be around in the meta like pretty substantially.
Plus 1/1. Yeah, that's
So she would become a 2/5, which just makes her just all that more annoying to get rid of. And then if she's behind a bodyguard, right? Because you could play Tiana and then turn 4 play like Pluto, and then you play Beast on turn 5, and then Tiana gets buffed. That's a long time to wait, but if your opponent already can't deal with the wall, you just make the wall even more like dramatic. But Pluto's not a princess, right? So he doesn't really get to take advantage of it. But there are, well, I guess there aren't any princess bodyguards, right? I don't think there are.
Is Miriam princess? Is she a bodyguard?
She is a princess, yeah, but I don't know if she bodyguard. There's 0, so you're not buffing any
All right.
bodyguards. So yeah, I'm gonna. As cool as the enchanted
Combo-y.
is, I still think this
Yeah.
is another like niche card. Like I don't think you're gonna just drop this in Amber just to make Tiana better, because this is going to take up a slot, and there's probably something a lot better and more useful that you can put in that slot that's just like generally good, you know?
I wonder if
There's a combo with King Sensor Core or Queen Sensor Core.
But yeah,
This particularly just buffing. I mean, it reminds me of that. And I forgot.
his
It's like a
Duke.
Yeah, Duke Wellington or whatever.
Yeah, and it didn't he have the same effect. +1/+1.
I believe he has the same exact effect, but he was like a
But he's for
3 drop or
princess
something.
and queen, right? Yeah, it's
Yeah.
cheaper.
Princess.
And queen. Beast does have a better body.
But yeah.
I think
Yeah.
I think if this card had, it gave them 1 strength and 1 lore or something, or just gave them 1 lore, I think this card would be nuts. Because it would make the princess deck suddenly like, oh my god, there's a turn when you can just like load up on princesses and you can pop off, because suddenly like if you've got 4 on the board and they have a varying between 1 and 2, like let's say you have 4 princesses and each of them have like a combined 6 lore. You could quest for 6. You put Beast down, suddenly you quest for 12, maybe, or not 12. You'd quest for more. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
About 10, I think, actually, if the math works out. So you're in 1 turn, you could get halfway to victory, right? In just 1 big swing. Like that would be sick, but I think that would be like really, that would be kind of overpowered, I think. So that's maybe why they went to this instead. But
You think he'd be more playable
if the
strength and the willpower were switched 4/5?
I kind of like 5/4.
No, I think his stats are actually better where they are, because you want to, because it's like we talked about, like 4 strength is not breaking through like most. It'll break through 3s, but it's not going to break through 5s, right? Which is another one of the like really big points you need to hit. So him having 5 instead helps him break through like a Pluto or something.
Man, I
Really
really
like the gold flowers on the enchanted with the staircase swooping in,
Yeah.
and they gave it more artwork space by like shrinking the text box because we didn't. So
Yeah, I like that they adjust now the
yeah,
space, like, or the amount, right, on the
like one that comes to mind is previously you came back. The text box is like half the card.
yeah, and it's like
yeah,
ready a character or whatever. I forget what it was.
yeah. It wasn't even a full line.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I think Beast, Gracious Prince, I think he sits between playable and niche. His stats are pretty good. He's inkable at a 5.
I don't
Think there's a meta deck, at least not yet, right? But maybe on playable.
I think he's pretty good in draft if you manage to get a good amount of
Yeah.
princesses, because there's a fair amount of them were reprinted. Well,
in draft,
actually,
that body.
no. Now
this on
that
curve in
now
draft
that I'm
would be-
looking at it, there are not that many.
know.
I think
There's-
regardless of the ability on the draft, get this down on 5.
There's-
feel
like he'd be a good threat. Yeah.
There's
Are we-
actually
are
only
we gonna-
7. So, never mind.
7 princesses and queens.
In the whole of Fabled, there's 7 of them. So, never mind. I take it back.
Nani's not a yeah.
Nani is not a princess. She's just a woman.
She's just trying to get by.
She's
You know?
she's just a princess in all our hearts. All right, let's move to the next one. Another one of the heavy hitters in terms of enchanteds. Well, because this is one of the iconics. So this is Minnie Mouse, Sweetheart Princess. She is an inkable 4-cost amber character card with 2 strength, 4 willpower, and she quests for 2. She has 2 abilities. Her first one is Royal Favor. Your character's name, Mickey Mouse, gains support. Excuse me. And her second ability is Bye-Bye Now. Whenever this character quests, you may banish chosen exerted character with 5 strength or more. So basically, she can exert and just do World's Greatest Criminal Mind if she wants, but they do have to be exerted, so that's a huge downside. This is one of the iconic cards, so you will not be mad if you open that in a pack, because I assume the iconic cards are going to be hundreds of dollars.
And you would want both. You would want Minnie.
Yeah, because the art
if you're a collector, right?
lines up. Yeah. I think
Well,
questing for 2 is always awesome. I think one of her abilities, really relying on having a character named Mickey, kind of like hampers it a bit.
yeah.
I get
Not
why,
the
because they're
first
meant
one
to
they've
kind of
done
go
this.
together, right? But you know.
Yeah.
And all Mickey gets is support, which I mean, it's not it's not awful, but at the same time, it's like, okay, it's conditional, because if I get support, I have to hope my opponent like exerts, and then I can like take advantage of them having to have exerted, and then I have characters to do that, and it's just like lots of steps. So like that part doesn't really excite me. But by now, I can see being okay, because you could. Like if your opponent plays, you know, like I mean, I'm trying to think of like what all the good characters with 5 or more right now. Like if they have Namari out, right? And you have this on the board, you're basically saying, go ahead, quest for 2 with Namari. I don't really care, because then I can quest with this and just banish Namari for free, which is pretty great.
Well, I've surprised people. Little pat on the back. No. Pluto. Pluto is the 5
Pluto, yeah. You can play this the
exerted
turn
for
before.
bodyguard.
You can play this the turn before. Oh, no, Pluto is a 4. So this is definitely better on the play against Pluto.
1
plus 4. So he's 5.
No, I'm saying he's a 4 drop.
Oh,
Right.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So he costs 4. So on the play, if you play this before Pluto, and you just hope that they play him and mess up and play him exerted and like bodyguard mode, and then you just quest and delete it. I bet you'll catch. I bet you could. Yeah, if Pluto and Tiana become a huge problem, I bet you could like put this in there for the mirror, just because I think people will either get fatigued or they won't think about it, because they'll have this just built-in reactive, like, well, I'm playing Pluto and I have Tiana, so I'm just throwing it down so I can quest, and they don't think about the fact that like I'm just gonna delete your Pluto like right now, and then I'll deal with the Tiana in a minute, right? So as we've talked about it, I was gonna say niche. I think this might actually be I think it is halfway between playable and niche, but I'm gonna be generous. I'm gonna be generous and say it's playable. Like it's actually like okay.
How do you think
the interaction would be with Maui Shark?
It would banish Maui Shark.
We did get World's Criminal Mind back, but like with this having that, wait, wasn't there a mini that already had this? The bodyguard mini. It was also Amber, right? The bodyguard.
Oh,
Amber,
bodyguard Minnie Mouse. Yeah, she gets damage, or she gets strength equal to the damage on her.
No, I'm talking about the one people didn't play.
Oh.
Did she get rotated out?
She did.
I played her. I played with her a little bit, and it was a fun little surprise. But yeah, she
Oh,
had
yes. You're talking about Musketeer Champion. When you
yes,
play this
she's
character,
uninkable.
banish
She had
chosen
an
opposing
enchanted.
character with 5 or more.
Yeah.
So on play was against like
She
shark.
she she was oops. She was similar to a card in Hearthstone called like Big Game Hunter, which was like really OP for a while. Where it
Nice.
was like a character you play it, and then if there's a character with like 5 attack or more, you just banish it or whatever.
I always think of Strike the Monstrous from Magic or
Oh
something.
yeah.
Smite the Monstrous. Yeah.
I think I think this one.
But
This one having to
I'm getting
quest
off. I'm getting off.
is less good
It
than
is.
the yeah, but with Shark coming down on
in
6.
well, maybe the turn after this, if
Blurple, the only thing you can really target is like Monstro. But Monstro is a horrible target because they just ready it all the time, right? So
oh, but then I misspoke. I said that I'm not really shot by with Shark, like trying to
Yeah.
get Shark out early.
Yeah.
they
Yeah,
would
but
get Shark
yeah.
out around the same time if they're doing it right, like if they're ramping right. But even then, yeah, you gotta hope they exert it. And as someone who's played like hundreds of games of Ruby Sapphire, you don't really want to exert Shark that much unless you're just like really trying to maximize lore, or you have the opportunity to attack something, because it's more vulnerable that way. But yeah, I think this is okay. I think it's probably
Yeah.
playable.
I like
Honestly.
that it quests for 2.
And
It does
then-
quest for 2.
Questing for
That's-
2 gives support to. Oh, no, never mind. You went over that. It's only Mickey gets.
It's only
support.
Mickey.
Yeah.
Hey, but I still like that vanilla 3-cost Mickey True Friend. 3/3 quest for 2.
Oh yeah, the card that will probably be in every Lorcana rotation until the end of time. Honestly,
Yeah.
I'm gonna imagine
Oh,
it will
yeah.
be.
We got making him a 5/3 might be bad, but yeah,
I mean,
this is just a great looking card. I mean, I like
Well,
that.
it's not
even-
making him a 5/3. It's giving him support, so he can
Oh,
give it to
right.
something else. That's
So
the
really
weird
read
thing.
this
It's like
card.
so many steps, right? You need Minnie, you need Mickey, and
Yeah,
then you
that-
need another card to take advantage
Like-
of it.
combo pieces.
This is within
Yeah,
the
it's
card.
it's combos within combos. All right, let's
Yeah.
I think we've landed on its playable niche, but I'm gonna be nice and say it's playable.
like that.
She goes Thanksgiving character
Yeah.
on the card. Very normal, super rare. She goes into
The carrot.
so for the enchanted, pretty neat.
Yeah. All right, so we'll go to the next one.
All right.
We have Aurora holding court. She is Amber. She's 1-cost inkable.
She's a
1/2 in quest for 1 lore. She has an ability, Royal Welcome. Whenever this character quests, you may pay 1 ink less for the next princess or queen character. So I think this will see play in like rogue decks, but I think I'm saying that because I thought, and I don't think Shingle will be meta. Her stat line, I don't think the stat line is very great compared to other.
No,
ones.
her stat line is not good right now, and especially
I
considering
would-
like we're in a
Yeah.
fire the cannons meta pretty soon.
Oh
Yeah. And so she does cheat out Tiana
On,
turn 2.
but
Yeah. Other than that, like I mean, maybe in that queen deck that we were, hypothesizing, I guess, or theory crafting.
Yeah.
But no, I think her what is it? Her iconic card, pretty
Epic.
nice. Just
Her epic
extending.
card.
Oh
epic. You're right.
yeah, epic.
Yeah.
Her flavor deck though. The other princesses were especially happy to attend her long-awaited celebration. Yeah, I always like discounts and coupon, but yeah, her stat line just doesn't make it seem like she would be playable in my opinion.
Yeah, her stat line, but also like yes, you can play a Tiana a turn early, but then you don't have a bodyguard ready to
I did
play.
Please against that, but it popped, and kudos to that. It's a combo. If combos pop, then it's fun to see. But yeah, that just makes it niche or borderline unplayable. We were talking to our buddies at locals. Chris pointed out to me too that 1-2 is just not gonna cut it in this meta.
Yeah, I do think it will catch some people off guard for sure, but I think people will just find a way around it. Like if I see this come down and I have fire the cannons, I assume you're playing Tiana next turn, and I want to stop that, so I'm just gonna shoot it with fire the cannons and move on. Like in my which I'm testing more next week, but I will make a video about this. I have a new Shifty Pirates version coming out, and one of the turn 2 plays is you play a 2-drop, but the other 2 turn plays, if they have something really important that you can take out with fire the cannons, you play another 1-drop and you fire the cannons, because then you've gone from you play one, and it's like, well, now I have 2 and you have nothing on the board. Especially if one of the things you have on there is a hook, which can like threaten them. So like you're really like locking them out. The one downside is you're not playing Calhoun. But if they played this, I would feel so good about playing either another hook or the Pete and then fire the cannons, because it's like, okay, Tiana is now a turn off, and then I can play like a 3-drop like Pete or something, and then maybe the turn after I can just, Strength of a Raging Fire or something and take it out, right? But,
I mean, she could help you with, I don't know, Ariel that sings for 7, but there's not really songs right now. I guess Lucas Family. I actually look at Family as pretty good, sing for 7, but like I'm just other things that come to mind, like helps cheat out Tinkerbell if you don't have a shift target. Maybe if you drop a couple auroras, if you have it, it's just more and more combo pieces. But I think at that point,
the other thing you can do that I thought about was you could play 1-drop princesses for free on turn 2. So like in Infinity, if we just leave,
I would bring only 1 though, because it's pay
what I'm
one
saying,
less.
you're paying. Sorry, you're paying a 1-drop for free on turn 2. So like,
not a bunch of them.
In Infinity,
like
you could play
land.
Aurora. I don't know why you would do it in this order, but you could, in theory, play Aurora, and then on turn 2, you could play whatever your 2-drop would be, and then you could quest with Aurora and play like Cindy for free, or you could play the Queen, or something. Like again, it's like really weird. Like, why would you ever do this? But you could do it in theory. So I do think I'm gonna say niche for her personally. We can move on to the next card. I think we've exhausted Aurora. This is Circle of this is Circle of Life. It is an inkable 8-cost Amber Song with Sing Together 8. Play a character from your discard for free. The Enchanted is beautiful. I don't think you're playing this now, like in this meta.
Well, okay, so a little context. I'm a Steel Song player. I go back. I want this to work. I think it's more playable because we got oh my gosh, her name, Ursula Vanessa, reprinted. So we have Troubadour and Ursula Vanessa Singer 4s. If there is a Ballard song, we have Singer 4s from the Goofy movie, like Powerline. Max sings, but yeah, there are ways that this can work. And then if you don't go the Ruby route and you go the Steel route, we have Mulan to discard things. Oh, and then maybe the Queen discards a big old Mickey or something, right? Is that right? Is that how that works? You can discard anything, right? Oh, no, it's part of Kenny.
It has to be a princess or queen, yeah.
Princess or queen, yeah.
Yes,
but
there
yeah.
Yeah. I think there are a lot of shenanigans that you can do but I don't think singing for like if you sing for 8, I feel like you need to do something dramatic like that basically wins you the game. Like Under the Sea is a really good example. Like it's Sing Together 8 and it's uninkable, and it's uninkable for a reason. It's because in a lot of matchups, the second that you sing Under the Sea, you pretty much win the game. Like you're done. Like especially if you're playing aggro and they dump their hand and it's all
Yeah.
1 and 2 strength. Turn 4, if you do it right and you Under the Sea, the game is over. You're like, okay, I did it. Like now I just quest and they try to catch up, you know?
Yeah.
I don't think the effect is dramatic enough for what it does, but I also understand why it needs to be so like kind of high, because the potential for certain shenanigans is pretty high, right? So I'm sure people will have lots of fun stories where they're like, oh man, I had power line out, which we'll talk about later, and he'd circle of life like a Maleficent dragon and like took the thing out and I won the game or whatever. I'm sure that's going to happen. But like, how often is that really going to happen? You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know.
Alright, the
So
Final verdict.
I'm really tempted to say it's unplayable.
I'm gonna.
But-
I want it. So I have a bias, but I'm yeah, niche to unplayable for now. I think you're right.
For now,
I-
yeah,
I agree with
think
everything you said. Yeah.
I think there's a world in which this card could be pretty good in the future, but I think right now is not that time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I would not be sad if
Yeah.
I got the Enchanted though. It's very pretty.
I love the silhouettes of like everything. It's
Yeah.
pretty nice.
All right. Next up, we have Ursula. We're now in Amethyst. So Ursula,
yeah.
Voice Stealer. She's an Amethyst card, costs 5, inkable. She is a 3/4, quest for 1. Sing for me. When you play this character, exert chosen opposing ready card. Then you may play a song with cost equal to or less than the exerted character's cost for free. Ah, interesting. You can't just choose a character like you can with
It has to be a
Other
ready
cards?
character.
it specifically.
Well-
says ready.
It has to be a ready character if you're doing the. Well, yeah, it has to be a ready character.
Can you imagine
Um,
if they trap you with Tiana and you have to? If you want this ability, you have to exert Tiana, which
Yeah.
might negatively impact you. That'd be
My
fantastic.
first initial impression of
Bodyguard.
this card was that's awesome. Like just as a like from a flavor perspective, like they nailed the design like for this. It's so good. As a card, it's okay. I have seen Blurple List putting it in, and it's a really good way if you don't have Elsa. It's just like extra copies of Elsa, or it's like I need to exert something so I can take it out. Play this and just exert. I can't really use the song thing like you can, but like very niche circumstances is that really going to come up that might as well just read exert character. So I think she's okay. I actually would put her in playable. The thing that I love the most about the card is just the design. I think the design, the flavor of the design, like with Ursula, like stealing their voice and singing and stuff, freaking top notch, amazing. But the card is okay.
I mean, yeah, I think the problem all around.
I wonder what song. Well, Into the Unknown. You can get that for free, but like, what's a juicy song? Like, what's that New Orleans one? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some-
down in
there's
New
some
Orleans, but
songs.
you'd have to exert a 6 cost or a singer
Yeah.
6.
But yeah, you can.
Oh, wait.
If
I don't think singer works because it says play a song with cost equal to or less than the character's exerted cost. So I don't think singer would actually
Look at
work.
cost.
It has to be a 6 drop for it to work. The like judge Ruley part of my brain activated, and I was like, wait a minute, like that wouldn't work.
well, I mean,
Yeah.
is there a world where I guess
In
Blurple and we had all is found, baby, and then so by 5, let's say you draw, your opponent has something that is played for 5 costs,
you slam
slam down, Oh, but Blurple, I guess you're skipping ahead, so your opponent might only have like a 4.
maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I I was
Yeah, because
thinking
you
like,
could
yeah,
play
all it
this.
found is yeah.
Yeah. The earliest you're playing this is on like turn 4, I think. Like, um,
Yeah, whether
and
in
then you're kind of
Blurple
like,
or
what
with
good
Lantern.
singers could they possibly have, right? So that's why I'm saying you're not really using it for that ability, because I don't think that ability is going to come up all that often. I think you're mostly just using it as like extra exerting.
Yeah.
All right, well, final verdicts.
I'm gonna say playable.
Okay. I'm five top. It is inkable. I'm gonna go with niche. I don't think people. I don't know. I want to know what interactions they might play if they play this on curve.
Yeah.
What? I'm just gonna go with like it's niche.
I don't think this is a 4 of in a deck. I think you play like maybe 2 as just
And that's why
like,
I would
it's my
think
sixth Elsa, you know.
okay. Yeah, I don't know if you're really gonna get the like we could only do the or you exert something. I don't know how often like you would use this character because there are other ways to do that if you're trying to exert. Yeah.
Here we go. This is Dumbo, ninth wonder of the universe. He's an inkable 4-cost amethyst character card with 3 strength, 3 willpower. He quests for 1. He has evasive and 2 abilities. His first one is breaking records. Exert this character, pay 1 ink, draw a card, and gain 1 lore. And he also has making history. Your other characters with evasive gain. Exert this character, pay 1 ink, draw a card, gain 1 lore. The hype around this card is insane.
Yeah.
As someone who's played with the card, it's overhyped. Do not pre-order it at the prices you're seeing. I'm seeing $80. It is
Unless
not.
we rip them and you want them from
It is not under any circumstances an $80 card. No way.
Now?
I saw some for 80. I saw 60 beforehand.
Holy moly.
And even before I had played the card, I was like 60 feels excessive. Like this card does not. I think people are thinking this card's like super broken, and it is really good, but it is not broken. It will, and I'm gonna spoil it and say it is a meta. I'm gonna say it's meta, but it is overhyped, like for sure.
Yeah, Dumble, ninth wonder of the universe. I think yes. I think if it is gonna be in the meta, and I 100% agree. I think it's overhyped. When it's good, it's really good. When you have those evasives down, but I think it would be. It would be as good as people say if you didn't have to pay. I think. One is not. Not too much, but like let's say you well you can't rush doesn't mean you can exert, but even alpha, everything has to be on the board one turn. Okay, so then the next turn you pay the inks, do it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm relying on based off of what other people say. other of our friends that, and you've actually play tested this. I don't play Amethyst often, but I'm always tempted to because of the success you guys see.
But yeah,
I'm like, what success? I have not had much success.
Yeah, but yeah, being a victim himself and the ability, I think it's good. It's gonna be in the meta, but yes, I agree. Overhyped.
Yeah, it is overhyped, but it is a meta card. But again, do not spend $80 on this card. It is not worth $80.
No, yeah, that is the definition of overhyped.
It's worth like maybe 16 to 20. One of the problems with Fabled though is there's not that many new cards, and so it's gonna. I think some of the cards will be a little expensive because I don't know if as many people will be opening it, or I don't know. It's gonna be really weird.
Because like if we compare it to what Tamatoa, is it still 60? I haven't checked.
No. Tamatoa's probably dropped off dramatically because Popsicle's gone.
Oh, because Yeah, because of the whole rotation. But I mean, that stayed up there quite a bit. But if I compare this to that, is it Amatoa or even Maldragon when in set 1, 2, or 3 that stayed up there? Rapunzel, Draw is very good. Draw is very good, and especially Amethyst. But yeah, I don't. Maybe it'll drop. Do you think it'll stabilize around like 30 to 40?
Maybe 30 for a little bit, but as people get them, the price will start going down, right?
I love the storybook look of the Enchanted.
The Enchanted is amazing. I would love to have it. I bet it's going to be, if you think the price of the normal card, the normal non-foil card is bad, just you wait. That Enchanted's going to be expensive.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool.
We can move
on.
Yep. Let's do it. To the other Dumbo.
Another Dumbo. Dumbo, the flying.
He's a
Amethyst, 3 cost. You pick up 2 penny. That's for 1 evasive. Aerial Duo. When you play this character, play them after games evasive until the start of your next turn. I think there's synergy here. There's definitely like an affinity with Dumbo being able to fly. So this and then the feather we'll get to later. This will help the legendary Dumbo to give other characters evasive to then do the ability to draw.
Only for a turn.
Yeah.
But it does, yeah. Personally, I don't... Go ahead.
I was going to say, characters like... It's more of like a question if this works. Like Smee, Bar, and I think Magic Broom that have... No, the healing cards that have making on it now. With this, well, I guess this was the legendary. Did that work?
Yeah, they do work.
Oh, yeah.
nice.
They do work.
Yeah.
I don't actually think you play this card in Blurple. As weird as that sounds, I think you play this card to fight Blurple. Like if you're, because you already have all these evasives. But then again, it's like if you're playing purple, then are you playing Amethyst? You already have a lot of the evasives. So what are you giving evasive to fight this, right? Like it's kind of strange. Like obviously you give something that's not one of your evasives, and it can like maybe trade up. Like playing this, and if you're playing purple steel and you've got Hook on the board, and they play the other Dumbo, the 4-drop, and you give your Hook evasive and like trade up, that'll feel amazing. But is it worth putting, like, having this take up an entire slot in your deck when that's kind of all it does? I don't know. I think it's like I'm gonna say niche. I'm gonna say it's kind of niche. It's not bad.
I think it's playable.
Yeah.
I think it's playable.
You got a 2/2 evasive, I think, and it's inkable. I'm gonna go with playable.
Okay.
All right. Then it's like
we're continuing on the Dumbo theme.
Mouse.
Yep.
We have Timothy Q Mouse, Flight Instructor. He's an inkable 2-cost Amethyst character card with 1 strength, 4 willpower, and he quests for 1. He has 1 ability. Let's show him, Dumbo. While you have a character with evasive in play, this character gets +1 lure. I don't know when I would ever want to play this, to be honest. Like think about all the great cards that cost 2. Would you ever play this like over them? And the answer is like, no, not really.
Consider it only because it's a 1/4, but on
2
inkable.
But you could play Palace Guard, who's a 1/4 on turn 1.
This is true.
Like, why wouldn't you just do that? Like, if that's what you're concerned about, right? But
and then, like a 2-drop
and
that we can play now is that.
This one also has, like, it's conditional. You have to have an evasive in play. So on turn 3, yes, you could play. I'm trying to think of what other, like, turn 3 evasives there are, but none really come to mind because the other Dumbo is a 4. Like, you could play the one we just talked about.
I know.
But then, like, what do you, like, when you play that, you're not really synergizing. Like, you have to hope that they're, you have to hope for some weird situation to happen. It's just not very consistent. I actually think this is kind of unplayable. Like I would not play this.
I'm gonna go with you on that. It's not that.
Yeah. And
not
the fact that
constructed.
and the fact that it gets one extra lore is like cool, I guess. But like, what happens when you play your evasive, and then you quest with this, and then the next turn they take out your evasive, and then they just take this out, and you're like, well, I did nothing, like to advance my game state, right?
Do nothing card. It's a trap. It's a trap.
It's not good.
It's
the artist is one of my favorite artists, Grace Tran. She did.
Oh yeah, I mean the art's amazing. It's
the DLC Rapunzel. That's Grace Tran.
But I feel like by default in this game, the art is always amazing. Like I would just assume that, like, if you want to know what I think about a card's art, just assume that I think it's amazing unless I say otherwise. You know, if like I would bring it up if I was like, "Oh, this looks weird," you know.
Yeah.
Hey, continuing the Dumbo.
The last
Amethyst.
The last Dumbo card. Yeah.
The Magic Feather. This is an item, Amethyst item that costs 2 input.
Now you can
fly. When you play this item, choose a character of yours. While this item is in play, that character gains evasive.
And it's
grounded. Another ability, grounded. You pay in item fee. So, yeah, right off the bat, I think items will be overlooked. Benja did get. I think there's still some item evil, but like the notorious big bad item deck, maybe bad got. Yeah. Didn't get popsicle. Isn't coming back. I think now we may have blue-green items, but anyways, I think in that context, this can sweep under the rug because I don't think the meta is more about items as it previously was. So this can stick, and I think it's niche because you play it. That character, I think this is better than that mouse because that character will have evasive for as long as it's out there. And so that's why I was saying, like, I don't think, yes, it's removal, but I don't think the meta will be playing a removal to worry about this until this it can be like it knowing enough where they need to. Yeah. So I think this is niche, and even if you play like game 1 and you know they have item removal, then you
ink it.
Now need to consider, like, because you can return this item to your hand. 3 is pretty expensive, but if that's like part of your win con, yeah.
This card to me is a like a purple tech card against itself.
Yeah.
And I agree with you, but I also disagree a little bit, only because a Blurple list came out this morning by Poisonous that has this card in it. And I tried it, and I am a little bit of a believer in it. The same way that last set, I kind of liked Ice Spikes in Blurple. When you read it, you're kind of like, this is okay, I guess. But then you play Ice Spikes, and you're so glad you have it when you don't have Elsa. In this way, too, it does combo with Dumbo because you can give a character that doesn't have evasive. It is inkable, so if you run into a well, actually, even if you don't run into a or in a purple deck, you can protect something with this. Like, actually, it's even better in that matchup because then you could be like, make like one of your characters evasive that's like a high quester, and then they can't interact with it at all. Without, or at least by challenging it if they don't have the ability to combat evasives. I actually think this card's really playable. I mean, there's a chance it gets dropped eventually, but it is nice when you've got, like, one of the things I had happen in like a test game that I was doing was I had this in my hand. I had just played a Hades, and they had a Dumbo, like the big one, the one that we all want to talk about. They had the Dumbo on the board, and it was exerted, and I was like, perfect. freaking magic feather the Hades, and then Hades swung and took out Dumbo, and I was like, okay, that was the moment I went, okay, I get it. Like, I actually think this card is pretty decent. Like, you are not playing this on turn 2 ever. Like, you also did not play it, or you did not play Ice Spikes on turn 2 ever either. It was like a tech card for later when you like really needed it. And the fact that it's inkable makes it a lot more appealing. I think its grounded ability is a bit expensive, but I think if you're playing a some Blurple and by the time you get to the end game, 3 ink is like whatever, who cares? So
Yeah.
I think this is playable. I'm gonna go playable.
Yeah. I hadn't played it myself, but yeah, everything I said, it was a friend of ours. I'm a believer. Yeah. All right. Well, and we'll be
Goofy.
about with Goofy. Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to Emerald. We've got Goofy set for adventure. He's an inkable 2-cost Emerald character card with 2 strength, 2 willpower, and he quests for 1. He has 1 ability, Family Vacation. Once during your turn, whenever this character moves to a location, you may move one of your other characters to that location for free. If you do, draw a card. No. that's my reaction. I don't like it. There are a few random niche like green steel location decks like trying to play this, and I'm like, man, I do not believe in this at all. I think this card's unplayable.
I'm trying to think of locations within Emerald, but I can only think of
Hidden Cove.
Okay, well, if this goes with Amber, then we have like the race card ones, but I think those racers, they want to stick with Amber Ruby. Emerald Steel, Emerald.
You've got Seven
Amethyst.
Dwarfs Mine. You've got Hidden Cove.
Yeah,
but that
Perilous
I guess
Maze.
7. I think it might see better play in Emerald Amethyst with Library, with the art location, and then others go to that location, and then it's similar to like, okay, well, if you're going to be prep me, I'm gonna go to the Library so that I get something out of it. So this one, I'm gonna go with Library for free and anticipation of Under the Sea from your opponent.
It's really, it's like so conditional. You have to have a location, this on the board, and another character, because you need to move, you have to physically move this character to the location, one. Then you can move the other one for free, and if you do, you get to, all you get is you get to draw a card.
Yeah.
So, I think it's unplayable.
Yeah, either niche or unplayable. Like that combo to get to Library. Yeah, that's
too many things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Next Goofy card.
Dude, Rebellious Teen. He's a 3-cost
Emerald.
2/2 quest for 1. He has personal soundtrack. When you play this character, you may spend 1 ink to return a song card with cost 3 or less from your discard to your hand. The problem, but then how many problem? What song? So I guess we have Mother Knows Best.
Sudden Chill.
Sudden Chill.
Yeah.
Those are pretty good.
I don't know. Like I don't think this is awful, but I
So you have to pay 4 to get that
when
to
you
your
play
hand.
the character, yeah, you can pay 1. So you pay 4 to get a song back, and it's like, what songs are you singing? It's like, I mean, Stand Out, I guess, is the 3-drop song that you could be playing, which we'll talk about later, which actually I enjoy. Spoiler.
Nice.
But man, I don't want to say it's unplayable, because I don't think it's that quite that bad, but it's definitely not great. You know what? No. I think I will say unplayable. I don't think this is very good.
Yeah, because you have Stand Out, you have Heffalumps and Woozles within this.
I guess there's that too. Heffalumps could see some.
Mother Knows Best. Yeah, just the Definitely playable if it didn't have that limitation for cost requirement.
Okay, I take it back.
Oh.
Maybe it's. I'm gonna say niche. I think niche is being kind to it, but I think I'm gonna
Can
go
we
with I'm gonna
do-
go with niche.
Can we,
Did the Lady Tremaine that you can return, like do it again? Did that come back?
No.
Ah,
yeah.
I guess this is like
I think I'm typing it for
that style.
yeah. I don't know.
I
I think
It's
it's unplayable.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go back to my original. I'm gonna say it's unplayable. So we'll just move on. Next we've got Genie of the Lamp. This is an inkable 4-cost emerald character card with 2 strength, 3 willpower. He quests for 2. He has evasive, and he has let's make some magic. While this character is exerted, your other characters get +2 strength. I've heard people call this greenie, which is funny. But we've had other green genies, so I don't know why this one is suddenly greeny. But this card is okay. A local of ours was at our last play session, our last locals night, was playing green purple with this in it, and it never quite popped off because it's pretty slow.
It has to be exerted.
It has to be exerted, which is kind of cool because it means it can quest, it can sing, it can challenge. It doesn't matter. It just has to be exerted, and then all your other characters get +2 strength. So that's really cool. If only there was some way to play this exerted by default, then it would be like basically green Lilo, but better. Which Lilo will talk about later. But
Can you give
Give that Amber song, like the song from Bolt that gives things bodyguard.
Oh
no.
from Bolt.
You can't, because, so I was trying to think, would you be able to play this exerted?
no.
Oh, you have to play it, then you play the song. It gets bodyguard, but it's already played, so you cannot exert.
Yeah,
it.
you'd
It
have to
doesn't work.
find some. There would have to be like a song that said exert one of your characters to exert an opponent's character, which would be
Use
probably.
Carpenter.
What's that?
There's carpet.
Carpenter, like when I think he banishes.
You can.
When this character is a Carpenter is an amethyst
2-cost.
inkable. When the character is banished, you may exert chosen character, but he needs to be banished. I think we're just
Yeah.
trying to find the combo cards.
The way to make it
this
work.
thing work.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then so
It's.
I think it's at least playable, maybe
I-
niche,
I
because it
agree.
quests for speed. Yeah,
I agree that
it's
it's
an inkable-
playable.
yeah.
I just don't think it's like super strong. Like I think it only really
Yeah.
goes in Amethyst Emerald. Like I can't see it going in any other list really. Just because it's a little slow and but it is cool. Yeah, I'm gonna go with playable. I think it's just playable.
Playable. Yeah, I agree.
It'll show up in green
That-
purple, I think, for sure. But I don't think it's
playable
gonna be like
probably
super
is-
great.
Yeah, even,
Evasive and Quest for 2. The stat line's not great,
but
but yeah, playable.
cool.
All right, next
All right.
one. You get a big
I get
one.
another Max Goof. Art option. It means very 6-cost emerald 4/5 quest for 2. He shifts on our buddy Max up for 4.
Yeah, on the same turn, you would probably want to play him. It's just the problem.
Oh no. Number 1 hit. Whenever this character quests, you may play a song card with cost 4 or less from your discard for free. Then put it on the bottom of your deck instead of your discard.
I think this card's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Enchanted's cool. I think it's ironically just because the green Max Goof is like not that great of a shift target for him. The better option is the one the Ruby Max that we'll be talking about later, who is 3-cost and has better stats. Like,
Yeah.
so you play this in Emerald Ruby, but then like what song are you playing really from your discard for free? It's like later in the game, I guess you could play something like, yeah, Sudden Chill, or you could play like Undermine, which actually is pretty cool. Because then you could, I
Ooh,
believe Undermine gives them 2, like Challenger
it's
2.
Ruby, right?
It's Emerald Ruby. So it's you
Oh,
give Challenger 2, your opponent discards a card also.
Yep. Someone
So
played this on me before.
yeah, it was Chris.
yeah.
um,
Yeah.
so like what you could do is shift Max Goof, and if you happen to have Undermine in your discard, then you can buff Max, make them discard, and then now he's a 6/5 that can take something out, like take out like a Rhino and survive, or Pluto and or something like. Um, I
I
think
don't
it's
think
playable.
Undermine.
I don't think it's going to be meta, but I think it's actually playable.
I think.
Look, Undermine got rotated out.
Which one?
Oh,
No,
Undermine,
Undermine is
not a song.
not a
Undermine's not a
Song.
song. It's
That's why.
also it's like from the last set.
so
So Max, yeah, yeah. I just looked it up. It's it's totally from set 8. But you may play a song would cost 4 or less from your discard for free. So
Oh, you're
Undermine won't
right.
be.
Undermine won't
Won't
work.
work.
yeah, not
Well,
a
I can
song.
do Mother Knows Best or Be King Undisputed.
I think that's a big problem with but even setting up. So it's setting up for later
Yeah,
Whispers of the Well maybe, but yeah, we got some great singers out, or
This is
not
not.
a
he's
singer,
not a
but
singer.
like
Yeah,
like this
Ironically.
with
did
a lot of our questions
this early.
really is did what's that was that Robin Hood, the Ruby Robin Hood. I think
Oh,
that's
that was
Shimmering
set
Skies,
5
right?
with Shimmering Skies. So
Yeah.
he is around.
Well,
He's less good now,
yep.
I think, because there's just not as many good like actions and songs for him to
Yeah. So, but like,
play
yeah,
really.
it's just setting up for that to be good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
cool.
All right, next one.
Creative
Actually,
ways around songs.
next one actually kind of goes with what we just talked about in more ways than one. This is Bobby Zimmerowski, Spray Cheese Kid. Oh, that's hard to say. Inkable 1 cost Emerald character card with 1 strength, 2 willpower. He quests for 1. He has 1 ability. So cheesy. When you play this character, you may
It's
draw a card, then choosing discard a card.
Yeah.
yes,
So
the flavor text. It's the Leaning Tower of
yeah.
Chita.
So this is Mulan, the Steel Mulan, but with reverse stats. It's that Yzma in Emerald, but she's a 2, I think, a 2 cost.
Yeah.
Simba.
You could play this in our theoretical red green Max Goof deck, where like you play this to discard the song you want to play later for free.
Mm-hmm.
So I and cards like this are decent. They feel like they fall somewhere between niche and playable, but I'm going to be
Eh.
nice because there are other cards like this, and I would say they're like Mulan, I think is totally playable. I think this is
Yeah,
playable. Even though I think his stats are worse than Mulan's, but
No. Yeah.
yeah. This is the Simba stat, the Steel
yeah.
Simba one.
And I think the 2/1 is better
Okay,
than a 1/2.
I agree.
Even though you can get dump trucked, but not that many
Oh
people play
yeah.
dump truck until I release my list and you see. Oh wait, I think I took him out. Maybe not. But
Um,
anyway, you could get dump trucked, but not that many people play dump truck. So, um,
Speaking of
yeah,
poisonous, it looks like he does have a Ruby Emerald song deck.
Uh,
I
And
just saw
yeah,
that. Yeah,
yeah.
and he's in there.
He's
in
in.
there.
All right,
Yeah.
next one. This is Stand Out. Is an inkable 3 cost Emerald Song. Chosen character gets +3 strength and gains evasive the start of your next turn. So spoilers for one of the so my pirate list, there will be 2 different lists. And I believe I have to double check, but I believe one of them has it or both of them have this card in it. And what's great about it, both of them have it. Okay, so what's great about this card is it's singable, which is awesome. It helps Emerald combat evasives, which is like I think one of their weak spots, even though we have stuff like Pegasus and Genie. It when you pair it with like certain colors, like Steel doesn't have evasives at all. So if you want to have your Steel characters like take stuff out, you need something to give them evasive. And I was playing around with like the Tinkerbell, but just I didn't feel like she had the impact, like because she doesn't buff anything or anything like that. She just makes something evasive. So you need to have like a threatening body on board, then play Tinkerbell, and that works. With this, you can have your 1-drop Captain Hook be like an evasive killer suddenly because
take out Genie.
Yes, or a shark, or like all kinds of stuff. Wait. because you're giving him Challenger 3, so Hook suddenly becomes a 6/2 with evasive, and you can like trade up like nobody's business. And this can be sung, so you can have like your Pete or someone like your other 3-cost characters sing this. Make one of your like really low low cost characters like really beefed up and just take out like Genies and Elsas and stuff. It's been really, really nice. I actually think this card's like, I don't know if it's meta. To me, I feel like if I'm playing Emerald, I want to play this card. But I'm also I'm not an authority. Like I'm not an authority on the meta. Because I have conversations with people and I'm like, I have this idea. And they're like, oh, that's a terrible idea. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I don't feel like an authority at all. I think at bare minimum, this card is playable. But to me,
I
like this card a lot. Like to me, it's like in my heart, it's meta. But I wouldn't say it's meta to everyone. Like I think this card's really great though.
I think playable. I don't know meta yet, but because the meta seems to be challenge heavy, because a lot of removal has left, I think the combat tricks, even if you don't use evasive, this adding 3 will definitely help you with your outs. Yeah. You know what? Yeah, let's say it's meta. Who are we to? Let's go with it. And then meta. If we called it, then that makes us feel a lot.
It's meta in our hearts. Right? I'm just gonna say it's meta. Card's dope.
I should probably. I'll send it to you later. But I think the girl and the bottom, like to the right. I want to say that's that girl in the movie where she's like, "Who's that guy?"
Oh. Card also has an epic version. I need to get some epic versions of this card.
Yes, sure. Yes.
Cool. Right, next one.
All right. So is this the last Emerald is a 2-cost item, family fishing pole. It's inkable. Watch closely. This item enters play exerted. The perfect cast. When you exert this and pay 1, you banish this item. Return chosen exerted character of yours to your hand to gain 2 lore.
I think it's kind of cool. I actually saw some. I think Lorcana deck lists posted a list with this in it. I think it's kind of cool. I definitely. I don't think it's like meta by any means, but like we don't have a lot of bounce stuff.
Yeah.
Anymore. And
I think it's a way to protect things.
It is a way to protect things. I don't know. I just think it's kind of cool. Like I can't really think of any like obvious use cases for it, but it is inkable. Yes, it costs 2 and you can't use it till the turn after, but I think that's its worst aspect is that it's slow. It's really slow. Although they brought up on the Articast that like it's like fishing, like it requires patience or whatever. And I was like, that's funny.
I like that.
But I'm going to go with niche. I think it's niche, but I do like it. I don't know what deck I would even put it in, but I I enjoy it from like a flavor perspective, and I don't think it's like absolutely awful. I think it's like okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think niche, and I think I like it to appease the fans of the franchise.
Mhm.
And yeah, like the lore, it's very very neat. I
Yeah.
think it can. I do like the utility to bounce things of yours back, uh, and so like different things that have on play abilities. I can see this. I guess you wouldn't really want to use it on a John Silver
No,
unless
because
the
he
John
quests
Silver
and does
has
this thing,
yeah.
same thing, and
Unless he has damage on him, it's a way to heal him
yeah.
and bring him back, and then on play again, he still does his thing. So really, but you quest him, you would need something else. Um,
Well, you're only
and by the
giving
time
them
you play
reckless,
this,
so
yeah, well, they won't be able to quest. So you pause you
Mhm.
pause the aggro threat, depending on like how wide their board is, and then you quest to exert him. Give them reckless. They cannot quest. And then you bounce it back and then play it again to get reckless again. So you keep stalling that
Yeah.
one character. If you did,
well, you can give it to something else,
didn't crash.
so then you could have
Yeah.
two characters. But yeah, like I think like there's no obvious situation I can think of where I'm like, this is what this is for. I just think it's like a cool. It's kind of a neat tool that I think will be niche. I don't think it's gonna be meta, but I'm gonna go with niche.
Yeah. Yep. Same.
All right. This next one's going to be
When we're-
super fast. This is Powerline taking the stage. He is an inkable 2-cost Ruby character card with 3 strength, 2 willpower. He quests for 1, he has Singer 4. I think he's pretty good. That's it.
He will be
Meta for anyone trying.
To make
Song.
a goofy deck, yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like if you're going to make songs, this is in your deck.
He is in the
Really? Yeah.
list we talked about. The poisonous one, because he can sing You're Welcome, Be King Undisputed, and Mother Knows Best. So
Well, even so, that's alone.
that's alone.
Sing all of those, but he does help sing like Under the Sea
Yep.
or any like Circle of Life if you're trying to make that work, or any of the big ones, the big Brother Bear Ruby song as well, or Pirate's Life. The ones that specifically have sing together. To clarify,
Yeah. Pirate's Life is
sing together, right?
Pirate's Life is sing together, yep.
So
I
yeah,
think
this
it's good.
helps all of those. Yeah,
I think it's good. I think it's playable. That's
think-
what I would say.
I would say meta if Ruby if there's a Ruby song deck that makes it to meta,
Yeah.
but
I mean,
otherwise playable. Yeah,
I think a lot of people are sleeping a little on Ruby, but I don't know why. I just have this feeling because I hear people talk about how Ruby seems kind of weak right now. But I just think it's maybe lacking like a direction, maybe. I don't know. It's gonna be
possibilities are
interesting to see
there.
as someone who's played a lot of Ruby.
yeah. I think okay. So Ruby Sapphire, maybe not,
it's
unless someone figures out another style.
Unless someone cracks
for
it,
Ruby.
yeah.
yeah.
But
I mean
Ruby Emerald, Ruby Amethyst, there could be like a burn that could work. Yeah, we'll see. Ruby Steel, I think that Ruby Steel has a
Ruby Steel,
in my heart.
like when it works, man, it feels awesome. But when it's not working, it's like, man, this feels terrible. But
I don't know. Actually, yeah, this could be in a Ruby Steel.
it could,
One of
but
our
it's
friends-
kind of
one of
like,
our
what are
friends
you
tried
gonna,
this.
what are you singing? You know,
Yeah.
don't
Ruby
know.
Steel's more challenge.
If we still had Zeus, then it'd be like, oh, let's sing Zeus. That's
Oh,
great.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah,
The new Steel song,
yeah.
Ruby Steel.
All right, next one.
Okay.
You get the big power line.
Ooh,
Yeah, Powerline, world's greatest rock star. He's a 6 inkable
Ruby
card, 6/4, quests for 2,
ships on
and 4, singer 9. Ridiculous. Mashup. once during your turn, whenever this character sings a song, look at the top 4 cards of your deck. You may reveal a song card with cost 9 or less and play it for free. Put the rest on the bottom of your deck in any order. Once we get like really substantial songs, but the rest of this thing's gonna be crazy.
I mean, this card in Infinity is pretty strong. Because this card in Infinity can shift out and play B prep a turn early. It can say, and then you can sing something else with it. The dream, I think, is you sing Down in New Orleans with this, find a character, play it, and then you get to dig again for a song, and you find another copy of Down in New Orleans, play it, find another character, play it for free. Like, that would be nuts. But that's some magical Christmas land, right? But
yeah. I mean, if you wait, you say just get this out a turn free, because if you ship, that's without ship, right? Because if you ship this,
not a turn, like way earlier, I guess. Yeah,
then annihilated aggro. If
I was, you know what I was thinking? It was because I was looking at the 6. So I was like, oh yeah, 6. It's lower than 7.
All good. But man, you get this on turn 4, while the other person is hyper aggro, about to win. You just made them, yeah.
Ironically, in this post rotation world, I don't think he's that great. But I think in Infinity, where the possibilities are nuts, I think someone will crack some nuts, crazy.
I mean, B prep very well may come back in Whispers of the Well. It may just be one set, like all these things that
we'll see.
Don't see. I don't know if it'll be that soon, but my point is, like, just because it's out in set 9 does not mean it's out for good.
True.
Forever. It may be out this whole next 5 sets, and it won't come back until season 3 when the next rotation happens. But I think those cards will come back eventually.
Yeah,
I hope for a pun.
Personally, this is a whole deeper conversation, so I'll just keep it really brief. Personally, I don't think there's going to be like any reprints in Whispers of the Well, but we'll see.
Well, they technically started the reprints with 8, like Captain Hook.
That's
true. A handful of others. Yeah,
that's true. And part of me thinks it's because they knew that 9 was coming, and they wanted it to be in that meta. But there's a chance that in the meta after that, they didn't want like Hook and Dalmatian puppies to be there. So they put it a set early, right? Like, it's like, and this is why card games are so like fascinating to me from a design standpoint, because they have to put so much thought into everything.
Yeah,
it's insane.
The
grand scheme.
Sorcerer. What's Doctor Strange? Sorcerer Supreme.
Yeah.
Yep. You
get guacamole and sour cream.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So going back to Powerline, what do you rate this one?
Niche, I think, is being kind of kind to it in this. I think in this meta, unless someone prove me wrong, people, I think it's a little unplayable. But in Infinity, I think this card's kind of cool. Like, somebody's gonna make something super cool with it, and it's possible that in the next few sets we reevaluate this card. But I think people got really excited, and I remember someone at our locals was trying to play it, and he was like, yeah, there's just nothing to sing with it. Like, there's nothing really that good to do with it, you know? But yeah.
Because even 2 questing, even if we just if his ability doesn't pop, you don't see a song, you ship him on 4, you use him for like other things like challenge or quest.
Yeah.
But yeah,
for now, he's got a lot of potential. But yeah,
he's got a lot of potential.
Yeah.
So I'll say niche. Hey everyone, so we had a time jump, and then we lost the entire second half of this video, which was over an hour, and it's super frustrating. And we don't have time, unfortunately, and I got to get the video out. So what we're gonna do is the rest of the cards we're gonna give like a grade, and then maybe 1 sentence a person to each card, and we're gonna just kind of blaze through them. I apologize. I'm so sad that we lost all the stuff that we did, but let's go. Let's start blazing. We'll give our grades. This is Mickey Mouse, Brave Little Prince. He's an inkable 3-cost Ruby character card with 2 strength, 2 willpower. He quests for 1. He's shift 5. He has evasive, and he has 1 ability, Crowning Achievement. While this character has a card under him, he gets +3 strength, +3 willpower, and +3 lore. I think this card is playable. There's plenty of Mickeys in the format right now that he can shift on, and there will probably be more. And I think that, and this is also one of the iconic cards, so I think this card is perfectly playable and pretty cool.
Yeah.
I wrote down niche,
but I
remember in our conversation you brought up Sticky Mickey, and I think Sticky Mickey will be at least niche or playable.
And with
that, he has a shift target. There's plenty of shift targets. There's always going to be Mickeys in the format. I think I remember we talked about
him
shifting on himself, and so this is like
he needs to
have a card under him. It doesn't need to be Mickey. So if Morph ever gets reprinted, that's a thing too. Shift 5 is pretty delayed, but yeah, he's like a errata Brave Little
Taylor.
Yeah. Is that what you said earlier?
Yeah,
too?
Brave Little Taylor.
Yeah, because the
stats get him to the 4 lore, the 5/5, but even as a vanilla 3-cost 2/2 evasive, he's pretty good. He's
playable
already, and then shifting even on himself makes him, I think, you convinced me that he's more playable. Max Goof, Rockin' Teen. He's a Ruby 3-cost inkable. He's a 4/3 singer 5. This character can't move to locations. I think the fact that he can't move to locations is negligible. I think I had him
playable,
borderline meta, but
that's
conditional meta if
Ruby
songs gets
cracked. But I
think playable with the stat line being a 4/3 at 3 costs is pretty good, and then he can also singer 5, and in this Ruby song deck later on we'll see like there's power line and there's a lot of tools for this, so he himself, just the stat line makes him playable, and then he gets better with the other cards that we'll see. What do you think?
Yeah, I think he's perfectly playable. It's just the lack of like really great songs at the moment for him to really sing, and it also just, I think it really depends on whether or not Green Red becomes like a really good deck right now. I think it might take a set or two before maybe it turns into something. But I think it has potential. I think it's perfectly playable right now.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Cool. Next one is Roxanne, Powerline Fan, which I realized rhymes. She's an inkable 2-cost Ruby character card with 2 strength, 3 willpower. She quests for 1. She has 1 ability, Concert Lover. While you have a character with Singer in play, this character gets +1 strength and +1 lore. It's kind of nice because the Max Goof we just talked about can be played the turn after her, and then suddenly she's a 3/3 that quests for 2, which is pretty cool. I think she's kind of niche, though, because she only really will go in a deck where you're prioritizing songs, and it has to be a red deck that plays songs, so it makes it even more niche. So I'm going with niche on Roxanne.
Yeah.
I also wanted to add to Max Goof, although the ability is negligible, I love the lore. I love the flavor of it, much like the aerial human legs one, how she could sing. But her stats were really good too, and it just helps with the lore of the franchise. But yeah, going back to Roxanne, Powerline Fan, we discussed how similar she is to Smee, but she's like a conditional Smee. But I have her as playable because if you're gonna have her in the Ruby song deck, I think that's pretty achievable. It is conditional, but at least she is playable. At least she's not a dead card in your hand, similar to Nathaniel Flint, who people thought would replace C, but Nathaniel Flint, it
Potentially
can be a dead card in your hand
if you don't.
meet his condition to deal any damage. This one at least comes down, and
The
other cards help her. But yeah, you're likely going to have singers in
this
deck. So, yeah, I originally wrote down playable, but I can understand the argument that itself makes it niche.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Anything else on Roxanne?
Nope.
All right.
We got PJ Pete.
Caught up in
The music.
He's a
Ruby card, 4-cost, inkable, 3/5, 1 lore. Shout out loud.
whenever you
You play a song, this character gets +2 strength this turn.
he's a
Real easy buff. So
I
think
this
this is a playable.
he's
Inkable. I'm a sucker for inkables, and even a 4-drop 3/4, I think is a pretty good stat line.
but I remember
Remember,
in my mind
mind it's playable in draft.
Yeah.
Yeah, because am I actually gonna play this in a Ruby deck? Maybe
No.
not. This might be the first to be added to that. What do you?
I would say this is unplayable just because it takes up slots of other cards that you'd probably want to play. It's really slow. Like the minute you play this, you just like you have to have a song, but then you're hoping that your opponent exerts something important enough that you're gonna sing and get rid of it. So I don't know. I don't think it's all that great. I think if he was a 2-cost with 1 strength, 3 willpower, it would be a completely different story. But I think he just comes way too late in the game for what he does. Like
Yeah.
his effect screams for something that is like way earlier in the game.
And yeah, the effect, it can potentially stack
It can stack.
whenever you play a song. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right.
um
All right, our next one is Powerline Musical Superstar. He's an inkable 3-cost Ruby character card with 4 strength, 3 willpower, and he quests for 1. He has 1 ability, Electric Move. If you played a song this turn, this character gains Rush this turn. And interesting thing that we figured out when someone at our locals was playing this, you don't have to have played the song while Powerline is out. You can play the song and then play Powerline, and he'll have Rush because it mentions that you have just if you've played the song this turn, he gets the ability. So it's not like Cinderella Stouthearted, which we also brought up earlier, where she has to see it just based on the way that the card is written and just the way that I think you asked a judge, right? Like in a Discord server, yeah, and they confirmed that that's how this works. This card is like basically Red Fox. I think it's pretty good. I'd say it's playable. It also is on turn 3, and then on turn 4 you can shift it into the big power line and sing like a big 9-cost song on turn 4. So I'm gonna say it's playable. Again, it does sort of all come down to whether or not green red is any good. But either way, I think this card's actually like pretty decent. It's playable.
yeah.
And like a PSA, always ask your judge. Feel free to. They're the help. But
Yeah, so
it reads more. If it's easier to digest, think of it like Blue, where you played a song this turn that meets that condition. Then you can play Powerline after. It doesn't have to see that song. Is what we were
going through.
But even if we don't get Rush, a 3-cost 4/3, I think, is not bad. But yeah, so I also have it as playable.
Yep.
For the first,
First time ever seeing it.
and we're
Going to eye to eye. So 9-cost, inkable, sing together.
each player
Draws 2 cards, gains 2 lore.
If
2 or more characters sang this song, you can ready them. They can't quest for the rest of this turn.
so
I have it as
playable, but
and that was also because I was thinking they can't quest for the rest of this turn, but they can still challenge and sing. So if you have characters that sang this song, if you if you sang two or more, but they can potentially sing another song, and if we stay in Ruby, they can potentially sing Pirate's Life after. So it negates the 2 lore that you kind of pug and get everyone else.
You did still give them 2 cards though.
Yeah, still 2 cards. If you do pair this with Emerald, you have Bend to My Will, and by this point,
Bend to My Will is not a song.
It's not a song, but I was thinking, do you have enough? Like, are you at 6 by this point to have things?
Not if you're shifting power line, no, because you shift power line on 4, and then you can sing this on 4.
Yeah, and I think you had a line with power line and a 1-drop. Did you want to say that, or are we?
Yeah, so you can, if you have power line and like your 1-drop sing this together, even though power line can sing them by himself, but if you have them sing together, then you can ready power line and to get your 2 cards in your 2 lore, and then power line would activate, and you get to dig for another song, which then power line can immediately sing, which I think he sings actually regardless, but
he right.
Well, you look tough. You may reveal a song card with last. Play it for free. I guess he doesn't have to be. You just play it. But you could do that. But now that I think about it, actually, you don't need the 1-drop to do that. That's only if you wanted to ready them to protect them, which actually is kind of nice.
Yeah.
So it gives you some variety.
It that effect regardless.
Yeah. I actually thought this card was like terrible the first time I saw it, but now thinking about it more, I actually think it's playable. But again, it all hinges on green-red, like whether green-red is good.
Yeah. I had it as playable, but I think you convinced me it's not playable.
What?
We're going back and forth on it.
We'll go niche. We'll go to the middle ground. We'll say it's niche.
There you go.
All right. Next up, we have a really cool card that won't be good in this meta. This is Alice, Accidentally Adrift. She's an inkable 4-cost Sapphire character card with 2 strength, 3 willpower, and she quests for 2. She has 2 abilities. Her first one is Washed Away. When you play this character, you may put chosen item into its player's inkwell face down and exerted. Her second ability is Making Waves. Whenever this character quests, chosen opposing character gets -2 strength this turn. I think she's really cool, but because we've lost Popsicle and Fortisphere, she will not be good in the meta at all. She's like basically unplayable. However, in Infinity, this card is sick because you can play Popsicle or Fortisphere on 1, and on 2 you play Ramp. On turn 3, you can play a 4-drop, so you play Alice and you ramp your Popsicle or Fortisphere, and then that means on turn 4 you can play a 6-drop character like Giant Tink, and that rules. So,
yeah.
In Infinity, I would be like playable all day, baby. In Core Constructed, I'm rating it unplayable, unfortunately. And this is also a buy a box promo, so if you go buy a box of Fabled at your local game store, tell them, please, get your promo.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know this was the playable. But yeah, I think I'm always impressed with like Alice the character. All her cards just seem so creative. To me, it kind of seems like she was in that the area. I always forget it. The Aurelian gyrosphere. Aurelian
gyrosphere.
Yeah, but I don't know. Those tight. I don't know how big that is. The cups. Anyway, I think she's unplayable.
It's unplayable, unfortunately. But I think in Infinity, now that we know that we've had that Infinity event coming in November, I kind of want to cook with it. Like, I think there's a really cool line you can do with the Popsicles and all that, and it would be super awesome.
Yeah. Mulan, consider it Diplomat. Beautiful card. 5 cost.
Gorgeous.
Inkable. And this is only the second 2 out of 3 Sapphire cards we get.
Yeah.
So she's 5, inkable, 3/5. She quests for 2. Imperial Invitation. Whenever this character quests, look at the top 4 cards of your deck. You may reveal a princess character card and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your deck in any order. I love those effects, But our girl Mulan keeps getting kind of shafted with the. This is not on playability. This is
Yeah.
the West ability, and her other
But
shift and like Amber. That was a quest to get a song for free if it's a song.
yeah.
But I do like the dig. I have her down as she's niche because this helps a princess deck, obviously.
Yeah.
And so if you're playing princesses this colored, you're probably gonna put this in there. But I don't see why you would otherwise.
I think it's also niche, but I think in that niche it can be pretty good. She has really good stats. 3-5 is really good, and then Quest for 2, that's pretty awesome. But yeah, it's like she pretty much goes in the Amber Sapphire, almost an Amber Emerald, Amber Sapphire Princess deck. The Enchanted is beautiful. I want a copy of it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I want that.
and yeah.
Yeah.
This card does inspire me to try and build Amber Sapphire because the lists I've seen, I feel like they're like losing the plot a little bit. They're like going all over the place, and I'm like, no, just play the Sensor Core, play really good princesses like on curve, and it might be okay. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! So earlier, I pointed out that her puppy behind Mrs. Potts and Chip, because I'm pretty sure that's also in the movie, like with this girl, Mrs. Potts. But I just was looking at the Enchanted again. There's Mushu. Mushu's like in the shadow of or I guess that's not the shadow, but like look at where Mrs. Potts is by her hand. There's Mushu.
Oh yeah, I didn't see that.
I didn't see that last time either.
Like his shadow. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. I want the Enchanted.
Cool card, man. Cool card, but niche.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
Cruella
de Vil, style icon. She's an uninkable 3-cost Sapphire character card with 2 strength, 3 willpower, and she quests for 1. She has 2 abilities. Out of season. Once during your turn, whenever a character with cost 2 or less is banished, put the top card of your deck into your inkwell face down and exerted. And insulting remark. During your turn, each opposing character with cost 2 or less gains -1 strength. I think she's super niche. Like as niche as you can get.
Yes.
Like, she pretty much goes in puppies, I think, and that's kind of it. Like, I don't think I would play her in much else. So, yeah, I'm going to go with niche.
So I think this is another one that we disagree with. I think she's playable. So I do think, yeah, she synergizes with the puppies, and it dawned on me that, yeah, she's it makes sense that she would, like with Perdita putting puppies from discard into the inkwell just to feed, along with Cruella de Vil into the inkwell to feed the Pongo that reveals puppies out of your inkwell. I think that is a good like synergetic combo. But separate from that, if you don't go puppies, excuse me, because this is kind of like a passive one jump. And if we think about the meta, there's going to be tons of 2-cost characters. Although it has to be on your turn, it does not have to be your characters. It could be your opponents. So whenever they're banished, you do the one jump thing and put it into your inkwell. So I think similar to what we've been saying with like card draw is going to be a challenge. This skips that step for Sapphire players. You not even have to draw the card, but they're inking and they're ramping to their win condition. So to me, for Sapphire, I think this is playable.
I still disagree, but we'll move on. All right.
That's it for Sapphire.
Yep, that's it for Sapphire.
All right. Nala Undaunted Lioness. She's a 2-cost uninkable 0-2 determined 0-2, and she quests for 2. That's the baseline, but she has determined diversion. While this character has no damage, she gets +1 lore and resist 1. So I think I had her down as playable. I think she may crack, and she has a lot of potential to be meta. And this is way more than what I was saying with the Ruby song cards. That like, oh, maybe it's meta. That whole deck needs to become meta for the. But there's gonna be so many steel meta. There's amethyst steel, amber steel, sapphire steel getting up there. I'll leave it to you, but I think you mentioned probably fit in B steel, right?
I think she's playable, but I think she only fits in amber steel aggro. Like, yeah, I think that's only where she goes, but I don't think that makes her bad. I think that makes her good. I just like with Ruby Steel, you want Calhoun. Like you're not putting because Calhoun could take this out for free and gain that lore, So, like, you're in Sapphire Steel, you want to ramp, and this is in the same slot as your ramp. So you're like, maybe not, and like it could go on and on, right? So, I think it only goes in that deck, but in that deck, on the play, it'll be amazing. On the draw, might not be as good, but it will get you where you want to go because of that extra little 1 resist. So I think it's good. I think it's playable, but I don't think it goes in every single steel deck. We have Lilo, best explorer ever. She's an inkable 3-cost steel character card with 2 strength, 2 willpower. She quests for 1. She has 2 abilities. Her first one is, come on, people, let's move. When you play this character, your other characters gain Challenger 2 this turn. She also has Go Get 'em. Whenever this character quests, chosen alien character gains Challenger 2, and this character can challenge ready characters this turn. You could completely remove this second ability, and my grade on this card would still stand. This card is meta. It's going to be in like every single steel deck. All of the steel decks I've been making, except for... Well, actually, I think I put it in the latest one that I'm making, which you guys will see next week. It's pretty much has Lilo in it. Like, this card's amazing. It's so good.
Yeah. Yep. I agree. This is a card I'm chasing. And
yeah, I think we're all...
Yeah.
A lot of people are... It's funny because the cards from Fable that we all need, everyone's like, I need it. Like, get out of the way, I need it. So it's going to be, I think for the next month, it's going to be tough. Like, everybody's going to be trying to get these cards.
Yep.
So, like, good luck, everyone. What's the...
80 for Lilo?
No.
No,
I think Lilo might be like Lilo might be a $16 card, I think. And at that price, if day one I buy Fabled and I don't get any and they're $16, I might just buy 4 of them just to be like, they're coming, I'm getting them, Yeah.
Because she's also super rare, right?
She's a super rare.
It was legendary. Theoretically, there should be more.
Based on my luck, I feel like I open more super rares than I do rares. I don't know why, but. We'll see. Yep.
More Leos, less Nalas.
Yeah.
Now we have Scar. Finally king. He has an enchanted. He is steel 5, uninkable. He's a 5/4, quest for 2. Be grateful. Your ally characters get +1 strength. And this synergizes with his second ability, Stick With Me. At the end of your turn, if this character is exerted, you may draw cards equal to the strength of your chosen allied character of yours. If you do, choose and discard 2 cards and banish that character. So previously, I remember there was that lady in steel that was like a 7-drop, 7/7, and yeah, we confirmed she's an ally. At Atalia, who is that?
Something like that, yeah.
TTF. But that would be pretty sweet. You can draw a bunch of cards off of her. So you would draw 8 cards because she's a 7 strength. Scar himself gives her passive +1 strength. So you draw 8 cards, and then you net 6 because you have to discard 2. And then you would have to banish a TTF. So quest first, sing, whatever you want to do. But I have Scar down this niche because that is a cool effect, but borderline unplayable. I don't know how. It just seems so slow. It has to be at the end of your turn, and he has to be exerted. It's asking a lot. I don't see why you would do that instead of playing Namari to filter. And you can filter on play and quest with Namari. But yeah, what do you think, Josh?
I think he is niche. Because he really only goes in blue steel allies, which I've played around with a little bit. Very fun. I think it'll probably have to adapt a little bit because in the testing I've done, some of the decks that I've been playing with that I'm like really gravitating towards seem to just eat it alive. But I haven't been playing against like humans, right? With like a lot of this, a lot of it's just like testing with myself. And when it pops off, it's really fun, but it does feel like maybe it needs some tinkering or maybe it needs like just, I don't know, something. But when it does play really well, Scar is really only for that deck. And when he's in that deck, he's probably dope. But
Yep.
Yeah, so I'm going to go with niche.
We'll see. I'm going to stick with
Okay. Speaking of
good.
unplayable,
Oh, yeah.
we've got Little John, Sir Reginald. He's an uninkable 2-cost, 2 strength, 2 willpower, steel character card who quests for 1. He has 1 ability, which is What a Beautiful Brawl. When you play this character, choose 1. You can either give chosen hero character resist 2 this turn, or you can deal 2 damage to chosen villain character. I think this card is unplayable because everything is so conditional and he's uninkable. Like, if you're playing any uninkable 2-drops in Steel, you have the 2 best ones in the game. You have Calhoun and Doc. You are not taking those cards out to play this. In Draft, this card might be awesome. But other than that, it is totally unplayable. That's
I don't even know if you want this in. Because in Draft, you're limited to... Oh yeah, Captain Hook. So you brought up Captain Hook.
Well, Captain Hook's not in this set, so in Draft you wouldn't see him.
So, what villain are you targeting?
I don't know. Let's see.
I'm gonna say he's unplayable because it's so restrictive. I do like a choice of versatility, but those choices are hero or villain.
Yeah, and the villains you're targeting, there are not that many on turn 2, and they're not good. Again, okay, I take it back. In Draft, card is still awful. Like, unless you have this magical moment where you have a hero on board and you can help them live by giving them resist 2. And even in that like magical Draft Christmas land, this card is not reliable enough. If it was inkable, I would be like, it's probably perfectly all right in some ways. It's bad. This card's just like, this might be the worst card we've reviewed today, actually. It's real bad. It's real bad.
It's a loss for the Robin Hood franchise. And also none of so he had a Floodborn bodyguard guy that was okay, but we lost him. So this Little John and the Emerald Little John are what we have. And yeah, I just don't think this is gonna.
That's
not this set anyway.
Nope.
And now, last but not least, we have Jasmine. Jasmine, Fearless Princess. She's a 5-cost inkable. She also has a enchanted. She's a 3/7 quest for 2. Take the leap. During your turn, this character gains evasive. Oh, ironic. Now's my chance. Choose and discard a card. This character gains Challenger +3 this turn. I remember we went back and forth with this one a bit. I think we ultimately were thinking, if this comes down, is she like a I win card? Like, is she the bomb that you're looking for? And I lean more on the fence of Big Tink. Big Tink does cost one more, but she can also shift, because when this comes down, you have to discard a card to get the Challenger 3. So that would be perfect for Iago. She has the perfect strength to take out Iago in a challenge.
To take out an Iago 2 turns later.
If you don't, by then you should. I don't know. Do you have a strength to take out Iago? And then I'll let you talk about Maui Shark.
I think it's playable in a meta where Maui Shark is around. You can play this to try and lock out the Maui Shark, but the problem is that a good Maui Shark player will not exert their Maui Shark unless they kind of have to, or if you bait them into doing it. Like if they see just an immense amount of value from like taking out something that you have exerted, and then you can like say you can get your pirate's life back, but I'm gonna take your shark out, right? With Jasmine, right? Then it's good. I think in draft this card will be a monster because it's just the stats are insane. I think the stats are also really good because, like we talked about earlier in the video, like the big breakpoints this meta seem to be 3 strength or just 3 and 5, and she's 2 above that. So like a steel deck will have a really hard time getting rid of this unless they have like a Namari that's very buffed up, or they do something like to get rid of it. So I actually think this card is playable, but I don't think she'll see a lot of play in this coming meta. But maybe like once Whispers and Winter Spell come out, maybe the meta will slow down a bit, and then I think this card will be like really awesome. So I'm gonna give it playable based on the fact that it's like a pretty good card. It just probably will not be seen a lot in this quick little meta we're gonna have in the next 2 months.
Yeah, because I think, well, she dodges World's Greatest Criminal Mind, but yes. I think aggro players, they may be so far ahead
it won't matter.
And then she's picking off one character. Where that's why I was thinking Big Tink would be more impacting because of Big Tink's ability to splash damage.
Yeah.
But 3/7, that's gonna be hard to deal with. But maybe both players ignore and like, if this is down, you're forcing your opponent to like, okay, well, let's see you deal with this. Or if it's an aggro player, they ignore Jasmine. But yeah, I think if you need a hero, Big Tink. Otherwise, in the 5 inkable, there's Namari. Yeah, I don't know. Also, if we're rating the cards as well, like the art, this is one of the one of the few that I think I prefer the rare over the enchanted. It's different artists, so different style. I do like the enchanted, like the waterfall thing, but I think like the pose and just like, I don't know, the lighting and shading, like, I don't know. the forearms look real good, the curves, the pose. I think it's more like I get more joy, like the action coming from there, where I mean, it's a different style, but of course, like, if we see the enchanted in person, I'm gonna see those gold sparkles. Maybe they'll sway me. What do you think?
I like the enchanted more, but that's just me.
Good.
Yeah.
All right.
We did it. We got through it.
We got most of the jabbering that we got before.
Yeah. Thanks for watching. If you actually made it this far, I appreciate it. And let us know in the comments what your grades for cards are. You think we're way off, if we're like way off base or whatever. I'm curious to know. But anyways,
this is our opinions. I mean, very well could be totally wrong.
Based on my opinions on what was going to get rotated and what would be good post rotation, I was way off. So there's a chance that I'm way off on this, but we'll see. I mean, that's part of the fun. It's like, trying to guess about what's
Thanks so
going to
much.
be there.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course. And I'll talk to everybody laters.